Hey everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey, and I am back with you today to share another page in my 2016 memory planner. You can see that is the week of October 10th, and I'm going to be working on the week of October 17th. I am using page protectors in this particular version, and this is the Gold Dot Happy Planner. It's one of the originals from 2015 to 2016, and it was truly perfect for this first year of my memory planning. So as you can see, I take the pages out of my Happy Planner so that I can write on them without anything hindering me. And I am using stickers from Scraptastic Club's October Plan On It kit. I love the wide variety of colors, and then also the images are super cute as well. I also find that these kits are really super affordable when you are a subscriber, and I like that a lot as well. Now, I used on Wednesday to notate some grocery shopping that I needed to do. I just used that little two-piece check mark and then the little grocery cart right next to it. And I find that not only is it helping me notate the things that I was doing on Monday, which was grocery shopping, but also it looks really cute as well. And that's really something that I value, is things that are not only functional, but they look good while being functional as well. Because I think that you can definitely combine the two things. Now, I didn't have a heavy Monday, so I moved on to Tuesday already, and you can see that I did two different techniques for my planning here. I added the box and wrote my event in it, and then I also used the little arrow and just pointed right to my activity as well. Now I'm going to take this little tab sticker, and right like that, I'm going to layer on top of it another sticker. And I find that I absolutely could have just written directly on the original sticker. That would have been no problem. But I like adding the layering. It gives it a little bit more interest and makes it feel a little bit more decorative. And since this is my memory planner, I do enjoy having that extra level of decoration. But I also think that even in my regular day-to-day planner, it's nice to have that extra little bit of decor when possible, because it helps motivate me to stay on track and continue to refer to my planner. Now for Wednesday, as you can see, I used that arrow sticker in a different way than I did for Tuesday, though I paired them right up together. And I like using them in together, but using them in a different way. Now I also put together that little arrow, or I'm sorry, the little clock, drew in my arrows for the time, and then layered it with the quarter box, and that's just one of my very favorites. I think that it's super cute, but again, it retains the function perfectly. Now there weren't too many events in the first half of the page, so I was moving on to the second half, and I'm going to use that box sticker again, and I'm going to layer it on the Thursday, and then I'm going to cover up the icon that was printed with my own icon, because the one that was printed right on there did not have what I needed it to have, which is a-okay, because I could easily cover it up and then make it exactly what I needed to. And it's one of the things that I find is best about stickers, is that I can make them whatever I need them to be just by adding another sticker or taking away some element. There's just a lot of different variations and a lot of flexibility. Now I was looking through my stickers to find these labels so that I could pair them together to create one particular activity, and I like staggering them because I feel like if I laid them right on top of each other directly, they wouldn't look as good. So the staggering adds a little bit of interest and makes it a little bit more whimsical. And then a side note is that you don't have to worry about lining it up perfectly that way. Now I'm using one of these square box stickers and layering a little flag on top of it, and then putting a star right on top of the flag. I think it's really cute, and for people who are concerned about staying sort of economical, these are a good way to do that. You can still add some interest and a little bit of layering, but those are the type of stickers where there's a whole bunch of them included on a sheet. So really the cost per sticker is very, very low. So if you're looking for a way to layer stickers but do it in a less expensive manner, use the basics and do the layering together. Now as you can see, for Saturday I'm layering a couple of different stickers together, a corner sticker and then one of those tab stickers. And the colors are maybe not quite what I should have used together. They're really not exactly all that pretty, but they do still go with the overall color scheme of the page, so that's why I'm okay with it and I left it like that. And it doesn't bother me too terribly much anyway. Now I'm going to add this strip and have it end at the edge for Sunday and then also overlap that event sticker that I had on Thursday. Now I'm going to start the decoration process in addition to finishing up a couple of activities because sometimes, like this for example, I knew that I wanted to layer that decorative sticker there, but I still needed to add an event. So I wanted to have the little flag on top of the decoration. So it's just important to keep in mind the entire picture while planning because when I do memory plan, I add my activities first, yet the decoration and the function were going to go hand in hand right here. So I wanted to keep them all together. Now you can see these are the two ways that I use flag and arrow stickers the most commonly. I either have the arrow point to an icon and write on top of it, or I use the flag or the arrow and then write right next to it and have the icon on top of it. I love both ways. The top way is probably my favorite with pointing to the icon, but they're both really fun ways to use these super basic stickers and create exactly what you need because sometimes it's hard to find the sticker that you need. Maybe you don't have one that perfectly notates a meeting. Well, there I made a meeting sticker all on my own and it's the perfect colors for my particular layout. Now I have a couple of photos that I want to add to the Saturday and the Sunday section. So my idea here is that I'm going to take the one of my son's and I'm going to trim it down to fit in the box perfectly. Now one of the problems with this is that I'm not a perfectionist, so I have a little bit of a hard time getting my photo to be the exact size even after I used my ruler and I measured it. But the good thing about that is that I don't really care. It's really not that big of a deal. As long as it's mostly correct, that is a-okay. So I just use my paper trimmer to get it all the right size, and I will use my adhesive to adhere it to the page. Now for this one of the Disneyland decor, I just used my paper punch and punched that circle, one of my favorite techniques, and then adhered it right next to that as well. Now I'm using my ruler and my X-Acto knife just to trim the top off so that that circle can be flush with that sticker above it. Now, one of my favorite techniques in scrapbooking, and I've been scrapbooking a whole long time, like 16 years or something, is to take a ruler and a pen and draw journaling lines. There's a whole lot of reasons that I like this. One is because I like the contrast that the lines bring. I like that my journaling can be still straight and even and look nice. And I also feel like the staggered journaling lines add a little bit of fun and make it a little bit more whimsical. So that's a technique that I've carried over into my memory planning. I absolutely would not have to do this. I could just write in the box designated for the appropriate day and it would be fine. But it's one of those things that I really like the overall look and I like the way that I'm then able to add a few sentences about a particular activity. So for example, here I'm writing about Disneyland and how we've kind of dialed in our favorite times and ways to go. And so this allows me to notate this in my planner because I think that'll be a really fun detail to look back on in the future. And so since I didn't have anything else for that particular part of this layout, I'm able to add that and I think it looks fantastic. I use my self-healing mat and a magnetic ruler to add the journaling lines, but there's definitely a lot of ways that you could do that with things that you already have. But if you're interested in the self-healing mat, I see that I'm on Amazon inexpensively, and I know you can pick them up at Michael's as well. Now I'm just adding a couple of decorative strip stickers down in the lower left-hand corner. These are from the This Life Noted kit, as was the one I used on the right-hand side, and are these die cuts as well. So now these are, again, they're just decorative. This is part of the decorative phase of the memory planning for me before I get to my page protector. So I've already added my activities, I've already added my photos, and then now I'm going to add these little bits just to decorate a little bit and make it a little bit more like a scrapbook and less like a planner. So I'm going to put these two little die cuts together using my tape runner. Now again, tape runners are something that I've been using in my scrapbooking for 16 years, and what's awesome about it is that it really translates well to memory planning because the glue is not wet, so it won't warp your pages, it won't bleed through, and it's easy to use, it's not messy, and they're fairly inexpensive as well. Now, as you can see, I layered those together and then I just popped a cute little spider sticker right on top of that to tie it all together as a decorative element. Now with the planner pages complete, I'm going to pull out my page protector and I'm going to get to work on adding the photos that I already printed on my Canon selfie printer, and then I'm going to use these cards from the Scraptastic Club This Life Noted kit. Now I like to use a wide variety of shapes and sizes. I like to use 4x6 and 3x4 photos, which are easy to print, but I also like to use smaller ones trimmed down to fit on these pocket page cards so then you can still see the background as well. I think it really lends itself to having a little bit more interest on the page. You want to look around, and then those cards provide a lot of really awesome decoration all on their own. Now, I'm not using any dimensional embellishments, or I'm using very few dimensional embellishments, because if I showed you my memory planner, you'd be shocked at how thick it is already without using any acrylic or wood veneer pieces. So I'm keeping it simple with just photos and the occasional sticker. But I like that because my planner pages are already pretty decorative, so I feel like it works out okay. I'm just going to add a word or two here about the particular photo. It's pretty self-evident. I don't need a whole lot of information here. And I'm going to just slide the photos into the page protector when I'm finished with them. Now, I don't really let the size of the page protector bother me too much, because when I have, say, for example, two 4x6s, I can just use my sewing machine or my fuse tool and create the exact pocket sizes that I need. So unless I am having one of those page protectors that's a whole bunch of 2x2s, I'm really not worried about it at all. I can make it anything that I need it to be. So that's really one of the things that gives me a lot of freedom as well as flexibility. Layering a couple of die cuts together is a really great way to embellish as well, and it's one of my favorite ways. It's just like using a couple of stickers, but they don't have the sticky back, and you have to use the adhesive to make them stick to the photo or to the page. Now I'm on to the back side of the page protector, and so what's fun here is that I already have 3x4 photos, and so I'm just going to label this one particular photo. I'm going to use my brush marker to do a little bit of brush lettering, and then also my regular Papermate Flair just to add the other words as well. So I just slide those right in there, and then I'm finished. With those decorative cards and the 3x4s, they are so cute. Now I had one more photo that I wanted to include, so I'm just going to trim that down to fit right there, and then that's it. That's my entire week. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed my video, please leave me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave them in the box below, and I will do my best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.